Check. Sunday surprise stream. Why is it a surprise stream? Because I surprise bought shit. Alright, cool, we're good. So, I mentioned the stream earlier that I had to go to the hobby shop. Always dangerous. Always 100% dangerous. I mentioned I had to do that. And that if they had the ossiarch bonereaper battleforce, I might buy it. They had one left. So I bought it. Why did I buy this? Because of addiction. No. So, I have a kill team right now made out of ossiarch bonereapers. They're downstairs in my kill team shelf. And I have them painted up to look like the Awakened from Guild Wars 2. These are sort of like zombie Egyptian, like oily, gross skeleton boys. They're really cool. I like them a lot. They're like my favorite faction in that game. Big time fan of the Awakened. So I figured that when a new expansion comes out for Guild Wars, I'm probably going to want something to like paint around it, because I'm going to be really hyped and excited about it. I'm going to be like, yeah, Guild Wars, because I fucking love Guild Wars. So I picked these guys up now to build then, because this is like a 40% savings, and it has most of the units I don't have. Only thing, there's a couple HQs I don't have that aren't in here, and then the riders, the horsey guys. But I was like, you know what, this will be a nice little army to paint up like the Awakened when I get really excited about Guild Wars. So let's crack it open and check it out. So we've got a nice big picture here. 1 second. There we go. We got a nice big picture here. So this cool bone wall in the background, that's unfortunately I don't think ever been released, which is a real shame because it's super cool. And then we get 3 of these multi-arm guys with the multi-heads. We get 20 soldiers. They can have spears or swords if I remember correctly. We get this guy with the big soul scythe thing. We get a guy who's like putting dudes together. We get a big spider catapult, and then we get, I think it's called a Gothrasar Harvester. It's like a big monster, and it's like its back is like a dump truck, and they just dump bones in it. It's really cool. It's probably, the Gothrasar Harvester is probably legitimately the coolest ossiarch bonereaper model. So you can see him a little bit better there. There he is. He's really cool. Just awesome creature. And there's the catapult. You can see you can have it down or up, and it can be thrown a couple different things. There's like the soul mason or something like that, soul reaper. And you can have these guys up here. They're the like kung fu multi-arm fighty guys. And then here's the bone shaper, who's like putting a guy together, and then 20 of these guys here. So we're gonna crack it open, check it out, and this is gonna go on the shelf until at least February. But I wanted to get it now, what was on sale, and put it into the pile of shame for myself in the future. Alright. We got shit ton of bases. We've got other camera. We have our friend, the Soul Shaper. I think that's who he is, because that's his scythe right there. So he's going to be a little guy, but he's going to be pretty detailed. He's got a really cool head, like how it turns into that big like crest. Oh, hold on. It wants to focus on the little pieces in the back. Let me move this. There we go. Come on. Come on. There we go. Powered via hamster wheel. Yeah, the catapult's super cool. It's a really, really cool thing. So yeah, he's got this really cool crest. Come on, focus, you motherfucker. Yeah, so he's got this really neat crest here. It's really cool. Yeah. Picked up an entire Battleforce box out of it. It's been one good steal if you picked up an entire Battleforce box out of it. Don't follow. The Battleforces, each one of them ranges from like 30% to 40% off. Like normal retail. So each box in and of itself is like a sale, so. Alright. This looks like Catapult. So there's the arm piece there, the Catapult. That looks like the body of the Catapult to me. Really cool skull details in there. Like cool vertebrae here. And pots have lots of detail in them. There's some kind of really cool big skull. Yeah, cool stuff. It's part of the Catapult. Let's see if we can find the rest of the Catapult. Here we go. So yeah. Give me a sec. I'm just snapping this runner in half so we have an easier time looking at it. Come on. There we go. Alright. There's all the creepy feet for the Catapult. We got our creep feet. Got a bunch of ribs. We got more creep feet. God, this thing's like a centipede. God, it's got like 16 feet. That's really creepy. And there's the chest armor for it. And then we've got the hamster wheel here, which is really cool. A bunch of the guys that can go on it. There's like a guy on a hamster wheel and a bunch of like the architects and stuff that are making it run, which is really cool. So yeah, cool stuff. So our Catapult there is 3 runners, 2 of which come attached. The other one does not. Or I guess maybe it does. Maybe it's like, yeah, looks like it's printed like that. And it's 3 runners. So that's going to be super detailed, is what that tells me. Then we've got this guy here who's like putting the skeleton together. He's got a really creepy face. Look at that. That's a creep face right there. That's major spooks. But he's largely like one big piece, so he shouldn't be that hard to put together. Although he looked like a really fiddly design, which is nice. And we've got a bunch of people outside having a shit fit with their cars. Alright. So this runner is 10 soldiers. It looks like you are going to get 12 heads. 14 heads on this runner. So there's going to be some variation, which is really nice. But this runner is going to make 10 soldiers. So we've got shields, we've got swords, we've got spears, a couple different variations of swords. You can have one guy who has like a great sword, and one guy who has a banner. I don't think they get a musician. Then we got more spears, more spears, more spears, more spears. So this runner, or this set of 2 runners, because you can see they're actually 2 runners. This came in the Tithe Feast of Bones box. So technically I already have 10 of these. But they're built up in all different ways. So like sword guys and shield guys and all kinds of stuff. So, but since this is a full runner or a full box, you get 20 of them. So 10 runners per guy, or 10 guys per runner, 14 heads per runner. So you're going to have variation. You are going to have duplicate over a set of 20, but only 6 duplicates, which, I mean, when they're skeleton faces, is not the worst. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Alright. Ooh. We'll look at you last. You're the king of the show. This is the base for the artillery piece. This is like the this is like a knight-sized base, basically. That's pretty awesome. So that's for the artillery piece. And then we've got these guys. We're gonna snap this runner too. Alright, so this set of runners is for the 4-armed guys. Now, they have variations where they can have 2 swords, 2 big swords, or a shield and a like glaive thing. Not super into the shield, to be honest. I don't remember how I have my other ones built. I think I have them built as one guy has 2 of the big swords and then one guy has 2 of the little swords. So I'll probably build these guys as the shield guys, although the shield guys are not as cool to me. But yeah, the really neat thing about these guys, if you want to, you can actually magnetize their heads to spin around really easy with a 3mm magnet. You just pluck it up in the head after you glue the head together, and then you just put one on the neck, and just you can spin the head then, because that's kind of what their design implies they can do. So yeah, pretty cool. Nice simple runner. These guys, they can be a little fiddly to go together. These are like one of the few things I've built out of this box. They can be a little fiddly to go together because their arms are all ball joints, so they can like move all around and stuff. So just be aware of that when you put them together. There we go. And now, last but not least, the biggest boy, the best boy, we have our Gothrasar Harvester. So he can have these big punchy fists like that, or he can have these bladed fists. I don't know if there's a difference in rules which one has which. There's like a undead crow, I guess you can put, that'll be like picking at the corpses on his back. That's pretty cool. There's a banner you can put on him. He has 2 heads. One of them's like a crocodile head, and one is like a turtle head. They're both pretty great, I'm not going to lie. The crocodile head is infinitely cooler, but they're both like really good heads. And this one over here, you can see we're going to have a bunch of options for the like crotch arms picking things up, and then this is a bunch of options for stuff on the back. So there's one like fighting a bird for like a bone, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and cool stuff. And then here's the tail right there. You can see in the body there's like an orc skull in there. And this one's picking up like a Stormcast Eternal helmet. It's pretty cool. So yeah, he's going to be really cool. Super detailed model. And this is his base, so he's a pretty big boy as well. Alright, let's look at some instructions. Let's do the little guys first. Alright. So the Morrison Soul Reaper, that's him right there. That's how you build him. No options or anything, which is kind of a shame. It's kind of a shame, you're not going to have any options. And then you have the Mortisan Bone Shaper. And again, one pose, no options. But the build looks nice and straightforward. Alright, here they are. There they are. There's the spinny head guys. I think this is how I have mine built. I don't think I have any of these built. I think what makes them look so dorky to me is their stupid helmets. So maybe I'll build these guys with those swords. But they go together pretty straightforward. The only weirdness for them is how the arms attach. But you can see here, this is the neck piece. That just goes up into the head. So you can just put a little magnet in it. It's no problem at all to make the head spin around. You don't have to do it. It has no functional in-game gameness, but it's cool as shit to have them have like multi-head, like kind of thing. It's cool, you know. Imagine them like walking towards like some like poor knight. Their head's just like going, and they're like, yeah, it's cool. I like that. I dig it. There they are with the shields and the big halberds. Yeah, those helmets are super dork. Super dork. I think I might build the guys with the shields, but then negate those helmets. Put the regular heads on them because they're way cooler. Yeah, let's see. One in every 3 models can have dread falchions. And it doesn't have rolls on the back for the other guys, which is dumb, but it's how they do the instructions. So, spinning arms and legs. Just the whole thing, just spinning like a top made out of swords. I think that's pretty cool. Alright, so this is Mortech Guard. This is 20 soldiers. What is the minimum use? I think the minimum unit for these guys is 10, so I think you actually get 10 in a box. I think you actually get 2 units in a box. Trying to see where it says minimum unit size on here, but it doesn't. But I think it's 10. I think you can have, I think it's 10. Their helmets are still better than Eldar helmets. Yes, 100% true. Agreed. So you're going to get 2 sets of 10s. Since there's 2 runners that are identical. You're going to build basically the same. And you have a guy with a greatsword, a guy with a banner. And then your choice of swords or spears. I will probably build these guys to go with my other unit, so it'll end up giving me 3 units of 10. And that'll give me all the battle line I need for any battle, which is pretty sweet. Alright, on to the big instructions. The Mortech Crawler. I like that it comes with all the guys. I think that's really cool, because I think they add a lot of personality. Like when I make artillery pieces and stuff, I like to have little guys on them because I think it adds a lot. Like this cannon, right? This work cannon here. You can see the base is a little screwed up. Still haven't fixed it yet, but like it's so much cooler when the grots are on it. You know, like there's a lookout. There's a guy getting ready to push that big red button. I think that's really cool. So I'm happy that this comes with guys already on it. Alright. Gonna be a little bit of a weird build looking at it. For those guys it's 10. Yeah, I thought it was 10. I thought they were 10 for them. And you can build it with the claw up or down. You know, honestly there's a lot of value in either. If you build it up, you can have like stuff flying out of it. If you build it down, you can have like the guys loading it, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, see, there's all kinds of stuff like the claw there holding it like down. That's really cool. You can have some like skulls and stuff there, and have a guy like shoveling those on. Yeah. That's pretty darn sweet that you get those cool options. Got some optional birds there as well. Yeah, just a lot of cool bits and stuff to be on this model. It's going to definitely require some subassembly, but lots of cool bits. Like just, it tells a cool story in the model itself. It's got a bunch of rolls, which is cool. Yeah, that's a cool model. A lot of personality there, which is sweet. A lot of personality. Last but not least, we got the best guy, the main guy, the Gothrasar Harvester, with his crotch goblin. Let's see. We build the tail, the crotch goblin, who has a bunch of options. You can see those there. Well, look, you have options of which way you want the head facing. That's pretty cool. So you can have it facing left, or you can have it facing right. Just cool creature. All right, there's the options for the things where they have the the punchy balls or the canoptic sword kind of things, and there's the options for the heads. Awesome heads. Awesome heads. It looks like you can choose to have armor on the upper arm or not. So, man, you got a lot of options on this guy. I'll probably leave the big banner off his back. I'll probably put that on something else. Alright, let's see. Soul Crusher bludgeons or Soul Cleaver sickles. So they have the exact same stats. Soul Crusher bludgeon. If unmodified hit roll of an attack, Soul Crusher bludgeon is 6. Attack inflicts 2 mortal wounds on the target. Soul Crusher sickles, add 1 to the attacks if the unit has more than 5 guys. Okay, I mean, I'll probably do the sickles because I like the aesthetic of it better. And I'll probably do the alligator head because I think it's a cooler creature looking. But yeah, so that's everything. I mean, you get this guy, you get the cannon, you get 20 of these bros, you get 3 of those bros, you get that guy and this guy. I mean, it's a really nice starting spot for Ossiarch Bonereapers. If I had any complaints about it, I mean, I don't really think I have any. I mean, it's a pretty great starting spot for Ossiarch Bonereapers. From here, you could add some cavalry in, because there's no cavalry in this box. So you could pick up a unit of like the horses, like the undead skeleton horses. You could pick that up. There's a couple other HQs that aren't in here. That's about it. I mean, it's almost everything in the line. Almost one of everything in the line, which is pretty great. But yeah. So, that's the Ossiarch Bonereaper Battleforce of 2021, which I will be opening next year when I am super hard for Guild Wars 2 and want to model something related to it. So these guys will be joining the ranks of my Awakened Ossiarch Bonereapers, who I have built pretty much for Warcry already. So they'll just be getting expanded out into a little bit bigger army, which is pretty dang sweet. And they'll get to play a couple little, like, you know, nice small games like I like to play. And yeah, it's pretty darn sweet. So, where's the box? Ah! And there she is right there. Morrison, tithe, echelon. I think it's something like a 34% savings, 37% savings, something like that on this box, versus buying everything yourself. So, pretty cool. I don't know which one of these units are good or bad, but you know what? They all look cool, so who gives a fuck if they have good stats or not, right? Like these guys, like creeping across the table with like weird, gross, like oil and like big Palo Jacko with them. That's the shit right there, man. That's good. I dig that. But yeah, good shit. So it's a cool box. I'm happy the game store still had one, although it talked me into buying it because they had it. I was going to just let it go, but I'll crack her open next year when the game's the Guild Wars 2 expansion comes out. Maybe I'll do something super crazy, like have a all weekend painting stream the week before it comes out, and do like a 48-hour build and paint like crazy marathon with it. That would be really fun. Maybe I'll do that, and just like build everything in the Battleforce in like one weekend. Get it all built and painted, and that would actually be really fun. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll build it all up ahead of time and then paint it before Guild Wars comes out, like the weekend before is like a hype thing, you know, to get the hype going. That'd be really cool. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. That sounds like a lot of fun, actually. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna call it there. Thank you guys for watching. If you were watching, hopefully getting to see the runners and stuff helps you make up some plans in your minds on if you want to grab this or not. I'm sure there's still some floating around. The most popular hobby shop on Island still had one, so that means I'm sure the other hobby shops still have a couple floating around out here in Hawaii. So I'm sure they're definitely floating around in other parts of the world too. But I'm gonna call it there. Thank you for watching. Painting for like 8 hours straight. Yeah, it'd be cool. It'd be really fun to do just like this crazy batch build, like all Guild Wars 2 themed, like in anticipation of the expansion coming out. That would be really, really fun. Maybe I could do something even like take that Friday off and build everything on stream and then paint it over the weekend or something. Maybe. Yeah, we might be doing that. That'd be cool as shit. But yeah, I'm gonna call it there. Thank you guys for watching, and